What up, Dokkanners? When is the 7-year anniversary banner going to drop on Global Dokkan? We do not know that answer, and if anybody pretends to know exactly when the banner is going to be dropping, they're lying. There is a little bit of stuff that we can tell you for sure, like it's not going to be dropping at the same time as the campaign, but when is that actual drop date going to be? Because sure, I can tell you, folks, it's not going to drop at the same time as the campaign starts. You're going to be like, okay, fine. When is it going to drop? That is the point of today's video, because like I said, we don't know specifically what time it's going to be happening, but based on years past, we can sort of surmise where the rough estimate would end up being. So I'm going to show you all of that in today's video by going into the past a little bit. But before we do, today's subscriber challenge, should you choose to accept it, folks, take a look at this dragon right here. It's a formidable dragon, no? Yep, he is known as Shenron. Of course you know that. Of course, right? He is the dragon. He is the flagship dragon of the Dragon Ball franchise. Can you tell me who this dragon is? If you can, then you got to subscribe to the channel right now, because I want you on my team. If you know where this dragon is from, the name of the dragon, and all of the fun adventures that we've had with this dragon, then I want you to join the Toon Army, because we are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers before the end of the 7-year anniversary, and we are getting closer. And I need you on my team. I need you so we can finally achieve it. Now, that being said, let's jump in and take a look. Like I said, campaign start date, banner drop date, 2 different dates. And it's crazy, because if we look at the JP side, that's usually what we do, right? Like when we don't know something, we check the JP side, because past is prologue. Every single day, we are repeatedly being proven that that is not the case anymore. Dokkan just pulls a fast one on us every single time now, it seems like. And when I was looking through the empirical data, looking at years past, I noticed that there was no pattern. And I even hit up my boy Proton to help me out with that, and he was also stumped because there is no pattern. The release date for these banners changes every single year. So last year, or for the 7-year anniversary for JP, started at 4. I mean, the start date is pretty much the same, but the release date is different. We got 1340, and then for the 6-year anniversary, 1355. For the 5-year anniversary, it's 2050. I mean, dude, they're just all over the place. So instead of going through each and every campaign like this, I figured we would put this in a more consolidated, easy to read manner. So I did some research, did some homework, and I put this together right here. By the way, look at how pretty. If you know why I put half green, half red for the 5-year, half blue, half purple for the 6-year, half green, half yellow for the 7-year, go ahead and just like the video. Just go ahead. All right, so looking at the 5-year anniversary, the JP campaign started on the 29th at 4 a.m. JST. Pretty standard. The banner dropped on the 30th of January at 8:50 p.m. Bro, why 8:50? Why not 9 o'clock? Why 8:50? Okay, so the banner dropped essentially 41 hours, almost 2 days, about a day and a half, a little over a day and a half, after the campaign started. Because, sure, I don't know. It just the way it is. Now on Global, you would think that that translated, right? Wrong. On the 6th of July, Global's campaign started at 5 p.m. PDT. Again, look, time zone doesn't matter because I do the final calculation for you. Banner dropped on the 8th of July at 11 p.m. PDT, meaning the banner dropped 54 hours, a little over 2 days after the campaign started. That's a pretty big gap, and also half a day longer than the delta between the campaign that started on JP and the banner that dropped. Why? Nobody knows. I think if I were to maybe place a bet, it could be possibly because of the fact that JP is one time zone, Global is a much wider series of time zones, so maybe they want to give people more time to prepare. Sort of the same reason why the World Tournament is longer. I mean, that's my only possible explanation. I don't know. Moving on to the 6-year anniversary, the JP campaign started on the 29th at 4 a.m. JST. The banner dropped on the 30th at 1:55 p.m. JST. Why 1:55? Were they late to come back from a lunch? Surprising a coworker at a birthday party? I don't know. Banner dropped 34 hours, about 1.5 days after the campaign started. Sure. Okay. So this is even 7 hours earlier than the 5-year anniversary. Okay, cool. You would think that would translate to Global, right? Wrong. Take a look. Global's campaign started on the 6th of July at 5 p.m. Banner dropped on the 8th at 8 p.m. PDT, which means it took 51 hours, again, a little over 2 days, to start the banner after the campaign began. So if anything, it seems to be consistent with the Global release last year, but it's still off by 3 hours, and I don't get it. Why would they change it there? Why not just keep it at 54? I don't know. Moving on to the 7-year anniversary. So here's the deal, folks. The 7-year anniversary is yet to be determined on global because we are currently in the countdown celebration. We are now 4 days away from the start of the 7-year anniversary. So it is the JP campaign start date was the 29th as usual, 4 a.m. Banner dropped on the 30th at 1:40 p.m. JST, which means it dropped 34 hours, 1.5 days after the campaign started. So that is the same as last year. So for global, since we don't know exactly when the banner is going to be dropping yet, all that we know is that the campaign is actually going to start at the same time, the 6th at 5 p.m. PDT. Usual refresh. Banner's drop date, we don't know. What could the possible start dates be? So basically what you do here is kind of calculate what the time difference is between the banner start and campaign and banner start date on the JP side and just translate over to global. So here are 3 possible start dates, and the larger the font, the more likely I feel the banner is going to be dropping. So the lowest possibility, I think it's going to be July 8th at midnight, 12:40 a.m. PDT. So for East Coast, that would be roughly 4 a.m. For Germany, I think they're 9 hours ahead, so that would be like 10 o'clock in the morning, so on and so forth. I don't want to go through all the time zones, but that is basically, this would be the 34-hour period after the campaign starts. That's what this is, 12:40. July 8th at 11 p.m. PDT is sort of emulating how things played out during the 5-year anniversary. So for East Coast, that would be, what, 2 o'clock? And then for Germany or Spain, that would be 7 o'clock in the morning. Wait, am I bad at math? 8 o'clock in the morning. It'd be 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so 8 o'clock in the morning for Germany, Spain. Again, I'm doing this off the top of my head, but the time that I think it's going to be most likely is going to be 8 p.m. PDT on global. So what that means is 3 hours after refresh. That's probably a better way for me to frame this. 3 hours after refresh on the 8th of July. So 2 days after the start of the 7-year anniversary part 1, 2 days after, and then 3 hours following refresh. That will be when the banner drops. Again, I don't know for sure because these clowns are just all over the place with their start dates and there's no rhyme or reason as to why, but we'll see. Your reaction right now is probably this. You're probably looking with a confused face or maybe some disgust or some impatience because you got to wait a couple more days after the 7-year anniversary starts. But fear not, folks. There is still plenty of stuff to do at the start of the 7-year anniversary. Well, okay, that's not true. Not plenty, but at the start of the 7-year anniversary, we're going to have the special 77 summon start. So if you want to do this right away, actually, this could actually end up being a bad thing. The only way you can summon on this when the campaign starts is going to be spending 300 stones. So depending on who you are as a player, if you're a budgetary player who's kind of watching your finances, probably shouldn't. If you're somebody who's eager to summon, you probably will. And then also you can use all of your tickets that you've been amassing throughout the countdown celebration to summon on the free 7-year anniversary special summon. And you can also take a look at the 7-year anniversary coin exchange and the special dragon stone, the god stone, the premium stone, whatever. And I think even the stone count, the stone sales actually drop early too. So not exactly content in terms of events, but there will be some stuff going on which will kind of keep your brain occupied for a couple of days. Although, you know what? The campaign does start with the free-to-play events, so maybe you can work on these. We'll do this on a live stream. When the campaign starts, we'll work on the free-to-play stuff together. And then you can do some skill orb farming. These also start... Wow. Yeah, so these also started before the banner dropped. Interesting. So even though these events were made to be done with the new 7 years, I guess they want to show you how difficult it is without them to sort of like increase the value for the new 7-year LRs. So that's actually kind of smart. You can actually take on the red zone before the new units actually arrive. And we got boss. Never mind, I take it back. There's a whole bunch of content. You'll be fine. You don't need to wait, dude. If you're worried about the 7-year, the 2 extra days, it's not a big deal. You're gonna be fine. So sure, you're looking like this now, but when the 7-year anniversary rolls around and those 2 extra days pass, you're gonna be this, grabbing for those dragon stones because y'all are finally ready to summon on the best celebration of all time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what is the first thing you're going to do once the celebration actually starts? You've got 2 days-ish before the banner drops. What is the first thing you're going to be doing during the start of the 7-year anniversary? Coin exchange, stone sales, summoning on the 77 summon, doing the free-to-play event. What is the first thing you're going to do? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.